Good afternoon, everyone. Loud. Okay. So, thank you for the lovely introduction first. My name is SHRUTI TILVE. I've been an interior stylist for a quite long time now. So, let me begin with what styling is. As she said, it does sound very exotic, isn't it? It's a very new thing, actually. So, what is interior styling? So, the art, the accessories, the throws, and the books that you see thrown around in magazines, the simple place that it turned into such a nice thing. That's not something that just comes with the place. It is something that you set, it is something that you make. So, this is the job of an interior stylist. Interior styling uses a lot of decorative items and embellishments to create a space and aesthetic that goes well with the entire design. So if you look at the process of interior design like a play, then styling would be the final act. So you understand now how styling is very important for the entire play to have a nice finishing at the end. So if you are an interior designer around here in the audience or anywhere back there, if you all can hear me, if you are an interior designer and you know how to make a good room look great, so why would you require a stylist? You have all the skill sets, right? So interior styling is a world away from interior design, because although we both use the same products, the same set, the way we think is completely different. Like if you're an interior designer, if you're an architect, then what you would do is think of a picture in a very wider aspect. You have poured your heart and your soul into a project and you want to showcase everything that you have done. But a stylist is going to take parts and parcels of your design and enhance that sort of a view. So if you have done your ceilings, your pool area, you would want to show everything done. But as a stylist, I will take little parts from here and there and pick it up and then showcase those parts only, which will enhance the entire design more than what it would do as a whole picture, because a client can actually look at parts and parcels of it and not just a whole picture. Then secondly, who can benefit from a stylist? So anyone who's present here in the audience here now, you could be a designer, an architect, or a businessman, or person from any other profession who would want to get the right sort of pictures for their portfolio, or to set up the space to sell it to their clients, or just to add the final touches before handing over a property to your client. You could be a homeowner, a rental company, an employee who would want to get their space styled for better living, selling, or even for a quick promotional shoot. So styling is a topic that is so simple, so beautiful, and so easy to understand, and it's also very fun to implement as well. So is styling expensive, inexpensive, pocket friendly? Is it a good investment in the long run? So for this, we have a few things to understand. When it comes to interior design, people tend to get very excited and like buying things. It's called sourcing. So they get a lot excited when they see all these fun things, fun colors, they want to buy everything. But many people just buy things and throw things around. There's no cohesive understanding of what to place where, what to buy, and what will suit the house. So this creates a lot of waste of money in the long run. A lot of time is consumed in this, and a lot of other mistakes are made which can be avoided when you get professional help or consultation in the beginning itself. So an interior styling, even when you enter a large room and you think that it's not finished, it's not looking complete. So why do you think that happens? Because it's the styling that is not done properly. You can have a beautiful bed, you can have a beautiful lounger, you can have a beautiful design pool, but if the right accessories are not kept nearby, it will not look finished at the end, which is what we want to give. So here we want to marry as a stylist. I would really want to marry the design with the functionality of the entire aspect, and then not just throw things, but try to make sense out of it. So the most important thing of all is for us to understand that first impression is the last impression, which is very important when you're submitting a project to someone. So it has been proven that homes decorated in a professional way, also because I've worked in this industry for a long time, I know that rental owners tell me, there is a pool, there's a jacuzzi, the value increases twice and thrice. It's just that fast to get a better value for anything that has a pool or anything that has a jacuzzi or anything related to water. I don't know why, but it's like everyone just loves water here in Goa. So it has been proven that homes decorated in a professional way also will have better value than what it would be otherwise. This is because potential buyers also are willing to pay more for a home or for an entire setup that looks really nice rather than just like, giving them a substandard sort of a view, overall view while you're giving it to them. In this case also, if you plan to sell your home for or investing money in hiring a professional stylist and setting up a space is very important. If with respect to pool especially, so if you are a client and if you are showing a client like a property in which you have to step into, you will not like seeing a messy pool area. You will not want to just see towels thrown around. You will not want to have that sort of an empty space kept around in a pool. So what you can do over here is think of yourself as the customer, walk in a space. Maybe if you're walking in that space, then you'll think about a storyline you can create with it. You go to the loungers, you are sitting there nicely, you have your nice towel wrapped which you can take away, then you can walk into the pool, you'll have nice floaters welcoming you over there, then you can have like a nice patio area or a gazebo or a nice lounge chairs around, you can have nice drinks placed. So this makes the client feel welcomed. This makes your customer feel welcomed and more involved in the property than he could be otherwise. Because he has so much to look at. The moment he looks at the food, then he's going to look at that one area. The moment he looks at the floaters, he's going to look at the pool area. So in this cases, you're highlighting every little part, and that is what styling helps in. These little small details that are left behind is what can be added at the end. Then, moving on to the topic for today, ABCs of styling a pool area. So in the audience here, you could be anyone who has designed a pool, built a pool, or even anyone related to the entire industry of the pools. So knowing how to style it can actually be very beneficial. It's like adding a cherry on top for your business. So as you can see, there are a variety of ways to spruce up your background, your pool areas. With a little creativity, you can transform the entire space into an oasis that you've dreamed of. So there are various themes when you can think of styling a pool area. So the moment you think of entering a home, the whole idea is to merge the interiors with the exteriors and bring a whole cohesive understanding to what the entire place should feel like. The whole technique would be the moment you enter a home, the moment you see the exteriors, just understand what the house is made of, and then the interior styling for the pools, the bathrooms can go in that certain way. So there are various themes. First is your chic poolside lounge. So when you think of something that's chic, that's luxurious, that's like top class, what do you think of? What sort of houses come to your mind? So houses, that would be very modern, contemporary, very luxurious, high budgeted, which have like a lot of glass and really cool furniture. So these sort of houses actually make us think we can use all this luxurious furniture for your poolside area. So maybe even nothing speaks luxury like a swanky pool lounge area. And adding a few simple additions can make it easy to create a stylish poolside retreat. You can sunbathe in style on a premium outdoor chassis or daybed, or even enjoy a drink on the side of a fire pit. These certain ideas that come while designing maybe. So how you can style it is certainly by adding umbrellas, outdoor daybeds, outdoor fire pits, throw pillows, throw blankets. If you have fire, you always need a blanket. Decorative lanterns. So it's all about understanding the aesthetic of the place and then building the entire scenario around it. The next that we have is back in boho. So over here, bohemian style is something that is very close to Goa for some reason. I am a Goan, and I've seen this very often that when people decorate restaurants, or when they're designing restaurants, or even poolside retreats of like restaurants facing the beach, they have this very funny habit of adding a lot of rattan, cane, and a lot of wicker around to make that show. They try to get Bali into Goa. So when you think of this sort of a design, what comes to your head? It's usually like rattan nets, cane, and all these sort of ideas. Then the color palette would also include terracotta, a lot of sage green, a lot of lights and lush green sort of colors, and mustards and browns and oranges. So here, lush green plants, exotic florals. Exotic florals, another very important thing that we get in Goa or anywhere else also will be bougainvilleas, which is very easy to maintain, very lovely, adds a lot of splash of color, which looks really beautiful along poolsides. Then is adding raw textures, tribal geometry, and if you can see lights also, string lights becomes a very important part of a pool design to give it that sort of warmness to the pool area even during dim lights. Even suspended mesh chairs or small poofs put around everywhere. This creates a nice ambience to sit around with. Certain things you can add in this would be accent chairs, terracotta planters, boho throw pillows, outdoor lighting, and bistro tables also is a very good addition to add near a poolside. Next is my favorite actually. See the colors, I love the colors. So I call this the Tropic of the Caribbeans. So here we have, when you think of Caribbean, you obviously think of, what do you think of? I think of waves, I think of plants, I think of a lot of color and splashes here and there. So when I think of something like this, it's a maximal home. So when you enter into a house that's like beautiful, has a lot of colors, when people have this whole habit of hoarding, and that hoarding turns into a nice sort of an art collection in their home, which I absolutely love. So we can add the poolside deco also around this area. So what we can do in this is, you can add plenty of character to your pool area with stylish bamboo bars, with tasteful selected Hawaiian deco, floral accents, showcase vibrant colors and tropical plants, even keeping glassware that is colored, with all these reflections that fall into, just the idea of it, you're getting it, right? So that's the whole point that we're going for. Even prints like anything that has tropical prints of birds and flowers and plants and animals, this gives a whole feeling that you're relaxing on an island, which makes it so much better. And the colors of the pool with the flora around is always a lovely scene to be in, because I personally love it. Certain things that could be added also are outdoor bar sets, outdoor rugs, umbrellas, glasses, your contemporary Indian statues or your tiki statues that you know of. Then palm trees, outdoor rugs, sofas, throw pillows, outdoor swings, etc. Next, that was the Caribbean retreat. Okay. Next, it's less is more. The world of minimalism. We have been talking about adding things, throwing around a lot of color here and there. I've been going on and on about that. So what if we can style something without nothing in it? That is minimalism, and there's a whole different technique of how to set it up. So if you reveal in the straightforward and simplicity of minimal design, it's a key to good interior design first. If your pools are designed in a very beautiful way, you're solving half the problems of a stylist actually in trying to fix it or make it look nice or sellable. Because if you even see the pictures here, it's so clean, it's so beautiful, you don't have to force it. When a key to a good interior design is that you don't have to force anything, and this is it. This is absolutely beautiful design, a lot of straightforward colors, you don't have to keep a lot of things. Even minimalism is all about trying to organize things also. So you don't have to throw things around to make it look like it's used, which we always do in other styles. You can keep it clean, you can keep it folded, you can keep it neat and tidy and stored, which is absolutely beautiful. Here you can keep like storage benches, umbrellas, outdoor lounge chairs, and garden stools also maybe, to just nicely sit down, relax, and have a good time. Then we have next what is a resort style getaway. So, pools have always been associated with five-star resorts in the past. Like anyone, yes. Sorry?
Sure.
The floating basket,
Yes.
that's around 4,000 to 5,000 if you buy it anywhere around on like an online site. But
Okay.
maybe because I've inquired about this, someone has told me it's 20,000 also. So,
Oh.
yeah, it depends on the shape and size also. But I think we can move to the questions later on because I just have like, I'm timed right now. Okay. So, yes, coming to the hotel style getaway, it has always been associated that hotels like luxury hotels only had pools, but now it's very easier for people to have pools around in their areas and stuff, which is very good actually because it increases the work of designers and stylists like me. But so, moving on to resort style hotels. So, when you enter a home that's posh, luxurious, has a lot of reflective surfaces, and even maybe has a lot of Hollywood glam sort of a theme. So, in this case, a resort like setup will work really well. When you can add when you can add chic pillows and cushions and upscale chaises and day beds and mirrored finishes and everything, it looks really classy. Even like adding a small area where you can keep like your food and your drinks and stuff with reflective surfaces as your table, or even marble works in a very good way on these things. So certain things that you can throw in this theme is pergolas, glam throw pillows, geometric throw pillows, accent tables, outdoor rugs, umbrellas, etc., etc. So finishing touches of a pool, and I've explained why it is very important to give finishing touches in the beginning. So I've mentioned most of the items that will fit in well with the designs beforehand, but here are some of the deco items that you can add extra character to your pool. Even in the first image, just like hanging the towels gives so much more importance than just like throwing it away, because you wouldn't want, if you give someone a dustbin, then only they will throw it in a dustbin. If you don't give them an option to hang, they will not hang, which is very simple. So even adding a small little detail like this will help. These are some of the items when you're styling a picture, which is how to set a right frame for your pictures. When you're styling an image, you think about anything that will give character to that picture around a pool. So what goes around a pool? You won't go around a pool in a ball gown, obviously. So things that make sense around a pool. Some fruits, watermelons, oranges, lemons, drinks, and a lot of food areas and drinks that can be kept. Second is a whole clean pile of towels, a whole nice setup around a pool where you have your cushions and your pillows to just lounge around. It's all about relaxing. Your sunbathing hats, sunscreens, these are the things that add character to a pool area. Then we have floaters, which is very important. I love floaters. I mean, I cannot swim. I can only do this in the water, which is which is why I really admire floaters. Even decorative laundry baskets and things like trays and stuff, which is very important to keep all these things around so that it looks like a clean space. These are there are those colorful stools that you can keep. So depending on the type of designs that you can go for, these are certain ideas that you can place around with. Even the towel hanging over there, simple ideas, but makes so much more of a difference than not having these around in the area. Next, I've spoken so much about baths. Now let's get to the part where let's start talking about styling and setting up the first and the most important thing that everybody proceeds to after opening their eyes in the morning. Moreover, who does not love taking selfies in the bathroom? And that was styled bathroom with like classy interiors. I mean, I'm up for it. I love it. So here I'm going to talk about a few tricks and tips on how to turn your bathrooms into a spa-like bathroom and add the right sort of accessories and decor to have a long-lasting impact on anyone who enters that space. Here I want to try and merge spas and bathrooms and the same essence that can go with both of it. I know that spas are more luxurious, but here I'm just trying to combine most of it so we get the whole idea of how to style them. So a trip to the spa leaves you feeling relaxed, pampered, and regenerated. The entire experience centers on a serene environment that's carefully designed to help you unwind and escape. And you can easily recreate that soothing atmosphere in your own bathroom. First important thing, how we can create that sort of an environment is incorporate natural deco in your bathrooms. So, incorporating plants is one of the most easiest tricks to making your bathroom feel like a spa. And even placing potted houseplants on the floor, countertop, ceiling balls hanging around, and other bathroom surfaces can be a very nice way to incorporate a living sort of a life into your small little dingy space. But be sure to choose plants that are going to thrive in a humid environment. If you are someone like me who cannot manage plants, because I cannot, they die in 2 days with me. But if you are someone like me who cannot manage plants, there are certain things, like there are certain plants that don't require a lot of taking care or like treating them. One is your snake plant, your aloe vera, or even your peace lily, because I have them and they have lived for a long time. I'm telling you, I'm guaranteeing their survival. And if you cannot take care of them, then maybe something like a faux plant also. I don't encourage faux plants because they look a bit tacky, but even a vase with fresh flowers, if you can keep changing them again and again, it is a very good idea to make it feel complete, cohesive, and more welcoming in a bathroom space. Next is very important, bath towels. Bath towels, you don't have to make these grand gestures of swans and hearts and every other origami thing that you can make with a towel. It's not 2002 anymore. We can subside on the grandness. Everybody loves minimal. Everyone wants like these small, tiny rolls kept. You can do so much with towels now. Fluffy, luxurious towels are the key to achieving spa-like atmosphere. Choose bath towels made of like proper fabric, that is cotton. It does not have to be expensive. Luxury does not mean expensive. You can have luxurious fabrics which don't have to be too pricey. And you can use cottons, you can stack them up nicely. So the whole key of using towels is by either stacking them up nicely or by either rolling them. There's a small frame that I've put away of how you can roll them also. You can just roll them nicely. Even your bath towels, your toilet papers also, the ending of it can be nicely folded with the tip. These small details add up to a lot of creativity and a lot of depth in the picture at the end. Even placing them in a basket like that, or keeping a small lavender flower plant, or just like a sage or something that will make sense and keep the entire stack neat and clean. Next we have is very important, declutter your bathrooms. We love a clean bathroom, who does not? And decluttered countertops, jam-packed bathroom cabinets aren't conducive to relaxation, because if you see a whole cluttered, if you're trying too hard to give the guest everything, if you're trying to keep 2 shampoos, 2 conditioners, this and that, it's just too much. People are just going to take it, put it in their bags and go, which is not what you want. You want to make it look relaxed. Even this simple idea of like, if you cannot get the right sort of bottles or the right sort of branding for your aesthetic around the bathroom, maybe you can get bottles. Maybe you can get bottles, give it its own branding. These small details are very important. Even if you are not getting, even if you can just invest in like a small tray and 2 hand soaps, it's very important, because it makes it look clean and neat, and that you're not struggling with understanding your aesthetic. You are placing things around. And yes, this is, I think, a very neat, even this one, see, it's not anything extreme. It's just so simple and it looks so beautiful. There is just one hand soap, I think, over there, and the rest can be all kept in the drawers. So this sort of styling also, it's the key about styling is, I think, to understand where to draw the line. If you are overdoing it, it becomes wrong. If you're underdoing it, it becomes wrong. So you have to understand the theme. That is what I've been speaking about since the first time. Understanding the theme is very important. Next, a few other ways you can incorporate I mean, you can give a spa-like feel is by incorporating calming scents, put a bench in the shower, because I've seen this a lot. A lot of outsiders also, I mean, like a lot of foreign countries have this habit of putting a bench in the shower, which I feel is really relaxing, because you can just sit on the shower with nice, like a nice hot bath. And then even adding a stool or a chair in the bathroom. If you have the luxury of space, add a stool, add a small ottoman table over there. You can keep all your things around that area, which makes it less cluttery and more beautiful. Brighten your bathrooms with reflective surfaces. If you don't know what to do with your tiled, if you do not know what to do with the ugly tiling, add mirrors, because you're just going to see your reflection. It's a beautiful way of incorporating more space, which everyone as a designer also knows here. Next is upgrade your toiletries. So here are certain things where we can add all these few items that can make it look more placed and more well put together, rather than just throwing things around. Because I've seen, like, you get the soap dishes now, but you don't have to keep a soap dish as well, because you can keep a whole tray. You can keep everything on that. With that, you can keep a small little plant also, which looks nice. So you're not forced to like keep a whole planter. You can just keep the depth of a greenness around, which makes it more livelier. See, this is the tissue paper that I was talking about. So you don't have to that ugly finishing end that you get in a tissue paper. You can just add it with some small tape, or maybe even like giving it a nice ruffled end, which makes it look nice. Your simple storage compartments is here. Even scented candles and small luxury candles add a lot of nice depth and touch to the whole picture then. Conclusion, these are a few pictures that I've styled. Not sure about the quality, but yes, this is some of my work that I've done previously. And if you can see, this is all that I've tried to teach. Kept it, that's the boho one. This is your clean, minimal style. This is your luxury, that is your luxury. So these are certain ways of incorporating the right sort of items to create that picture for that particular theme, or a villa or luxury resort, or whatever it's going to be for. So although it won't take much time and encouragement to lounge by the pool, you can make your outdoor areas very extraordinary and special with poolside furniture and with your favorite poolside decorating ideas. You can showcase your style and set the mood for the design, which is very important in styling. And it's more than practical, and it's essential for a good design space. Finishing touches and adding your last detail is very important for your pictures, for your welcoming your guest, and also for your final detail shots, everything. So yes, thank you everyone.
Well, that was absolutely stupendously well presented. And I'll tell you, the creativity and the innovation that is put both together and making styling by itself a different aura. That's magical. Thank you very much, SHRUTI TILVE.
Thank you.
And I'm sure we've got some questions that we'd like to ask her. Of course, styling, sometimes at home, designs are just out of my cup of tea. But sometimes it's for the architects. Yes, Kanika.
You have a question? Okay, SHRUTI,
Yes.
well done. It was a wonderful presentation. I
Thank
think it was
you.
an eye-opener for Goa and all the pool vendors, all the, the tile suppliers, and of course architects, designers, and MEP consultants. So for all of them, it is definitely a great eye-opener. In fact, I had mentioned to you in 2000, I had started the first styling course in India, in Mumbai.
Yes,
so, I mean, it brings back memories of what I tell my students and all. So lovely listening to you. And I think you decoded it so well, and, showcasing that the right accessory in the right way and placed in the, right. So it's all about the three rights, essentially.
Yes.
And I love your imagery, I think all of us, which is you compare it to a play.
Yes.
So it's so well articulated, and all the elements are your stage.
Thank you.
I think it's brilliant. And also internationally, I don't think audience here knows, internationally there's an association which is called Home Stagers Association. So they're only concerned with stylists. So stylists for a pool, for a home, for a hotel. So this I think I was way ahead of my times in 2000 when I introduced
2000,
it.
yes.
And it's catching on. It's so nice to see
Yes.
people like you all taking it ahead. So it's awesome. What I would want to know is, of course, storytelling becomes crucial for a stylist here, especially
Yes.
for a pool stylist, because you're dealing with water elements, and that itself is a big attraction. So you have to kind of lace it up rather than take away from
Yes.
the attention. So you have showcased umbrellas, there, black and white umbrellas. Where did you get hold of black and white striped? I have been trying for ages to get hold of
Okay.
that striped.
Black and white umbrellas actually.
Because
see, what happens
awnings
is,
you get, awning material, but I've never managed to get the umbrellas.
No. So see, what happens usually is I work with a lot of people. I can either work directly with the architects, I directly work with the interior designers or the homeowners. Certain things come to me directly from them. So when I project something over here, it is not what I have got entirely, but maybe I've set it up in some places. Maybe the client has given it to me, or maybe the architect has designed it for me. So my way would be not like buying the whole area in a bulk, but it would be like setting up pieces and parcels of it and making it, beautifying it more than what usually the interior designers and architects do.
So a stylist needs to marry the design, which is again
Yes.
a very profound statement and very
Yes,
important
yes.
one here. So can you also tell us about, to the audience in terms of how does the costing work for a stylist, from just a very
So,
ad hoc one?
Yeah, so what a stylist usually does is after your interior design and everything is complete, your house is ready. Now there are certain things that are missing in a home or in a poolside area, your bathrooms. It could be your paintings are not there, your throws are missing, your poolside lounges are there, but your cushions are not there. Your poolside lounges are blue, but you don't know what color to put over there, because you can either match the interiors of your house or get some different color and make it look like something else. So here I give consultations on what colors to give, what sort of textures to go for, what will look nice, that will marry the design from inside to outside, bring the entire cohesive space together. So here what a stylist would usually do is, if a client comes to me, how I work is, I ask them if they have a budget, which is always better for a stylist. Once you know a budget, you can work. If you don't have a budget, and then if I give you like, chalo baba, give me 1 crore, you're not going to give it to me. So I always work better with like a budget. So once you give me a budget, within that budget, within that price range, I'm going to find items for you that will beautify that space. So certain items can be very expensive, certain items can be a bit cheaper. So we try to find things that are within the price range and place those. If your budget is a bit not on the expensive side, then we'll have to cut down on things like colorful glasses and here and there and just make it look more simpler. So everything at the end depends on the budget.
So like for example, it'll be
Yes.
simpler for them to understand, like a swimming pool which is costing, for example, 12 lakh rupees. And they tell you that, okay, like let's say, the aqua venture guy calls you saying that, oh, I have the pool, I have this, that brand, and, I want to style it, or I want to do a photo shoot of a
Yeah.
catalog.
Yes,
You know?
yes.
So then how would your response be? Or
First-
like any other vendor?
First would be trying to find the right set of pool for them. Yes. So the first thing would be, that would be a product that I'm dealing with at the end. That will be a product, right? So for the product, what would be the background? Background would obviously be a pool. First thing, find a place to keep the pool, to keep the product. Once we have the entire idea, you ask them about what their whole idea is, what is their price range. If they are a high-end brand, they give high-end, we give them high-end images. We give them expensive sort of props that work around. If it's a very low-budgeted brand, then we work with things that are low budgeted. We have to make it look affordable to the customer. I cannot give a high-end product to a middle class person because he will not relate to it. He will not understand the type of, why is it expensive? Because you need to give it to a customer that understands the price range that they're working with. If you just give maybe 14 lakh, just one small setup, they will not understand why will this be so expensive. They will not understand. But if someone of a good architect or an interior design understands the quality, then the price will make sense to them. So the first idea will be to take it, find a location, understand what their branding is, understand who their target audience is. Once we understand that, then we create setups according to that. If their target audience is a high-end one, we keep nice food which is more luxurious, more presentable. Think of something like a Taj Hotel. So you think of all the snacks and stuff that they give you, so you can keep these around the pool areas. More lusher towels, not your ordinary towels. You can keep lusher towels. You can keep nice exotic plants in the background. So these certain ideas give to the high-end one. Whereas if it's a middle budget sort of a product, then what you could do is go for fruits, go for smaller items that are not too expensive. Keep potted plants around. Then maybe if you are a high-end one, you can hire models as well. This comes under your lifestyle shoots. So you can show them lounging, you can have them relaxing with a drink. This all comes in the high-end. If you have the budget for models, then of course please get them and show them the use. The more use you show of your product, the better it is. Yes.
Yes, in fact, looking at a very youthful and young age that she has, we've got 3 senior architects with us: Architect Nilesh Gandhi, Architect Kalapi Buch, and Architect Prashant Chafekar, who's here. So we would like them to give us some add-ons.
Sure. No, excellent, excellent value add that you are doing on projects.
Thank you.
Nevertheless, so you source when you source.
Yes.
How deep is your sourcing, and how do you get your inspirations? And for example, there's a play of materials that you do: metals,
Yes,
FRP,
yes.
glass, fabric.
Yes. So I usually work with, like, I have done a few projects where I work with the designers itself. So once they have set a theme, it's easier for me. When I do budgeted ones, or when I do something from the scratch or when I do something that's already, going for a renovation. So the whole theme is a bit confusing because you don't know what they want, or, they're like, you give it to me. So then you do not know what to do with that sort of a thing. So so what I usually do is I have a whole PDF of different themes. You select what you like. You like minimal, I will do minimal for you. You like something that's maximal, I will do something that's maximal for you. So that takes off my burden, and I drop the onus on them. You decide, then I will do it for you. So that makes it easier for me to source in that sort of a particular theme. So my research would start from them first. Do you like this? Yes, you like this? Okay, we'll buy items like this. So everything online now also makes it easier, and Goa is very limited. But when they have the budget, I do go outside and source everything, because Goa for me is a very limited space to source in. Yes.
So you go and buy on their behalf, or you take them to buy?
Oh no, I buy it on their behalf. If it is budgeted, I buy it on their behalf. When people want to be involved in the styling, it's a bit risky. But it is very risky, right? But I do encourage that. Come on, you come with me, you want to bargain, you bargain, and you spend it on yourself. But that's also good. I encourage both of it. But then otherwise, I just send them pictures. I'm buying this, and this is it. This is the price of it. That's it. And then I make a budget sheet. This is your estimate. This is the cost spent, and that's it. It's as simple as that. It's very transparent process. So that becomes easier. They are paying me to go and do something. I will go and do it. So that's how I work. Yes, picture's the best thing.
Thank you, Nilesh. Prashant?
Yeah, hi. It was a beautiful presentation.
Thank you.
And I'm happy I stayed back, because when I was told that you are a designer stylist, so that...
The confusion.
No, not confusion. I wanted to learn what new aspects
Yes.
can be added.
Yes.
So I would definitely try to promote you, and I hope you come to Bombay to do a lot of works with us.
Thank you.
Thank you.
So actually, I want to simplify for the audience. Just as everybody has a fashion stylist, we have an
Yes.
interior stylist. It's as
Yes.
simple as that. So it's only that this term, the jargon, is so unknown to India, and it's going to take a while for them to come, to
Yes.
associate with that.
I want to ask, one thing. See, we are the pool maker,
Yes.
and you are a pool designer or pool stylist.
Stylist,
whatever you
yes.
Call it. Sorry for design. Pool stylist. So now, what we are doing, we are having few pools live for our customer
Yes.
who are walking in. So we have 2-3 showrooms of our own, and we are making showrooms for our dealers as well. So normally we install a pool like you have seen at entry and here, but those are not stylish.
Yeah.
So we wish to avail your services for that, for ourselves also, and we will recommend your name that this is your pool, and now you can get style from them.
Yes.
Because we are very bad in styling. We can do the good designing, we can do the mechanical parts,
Yes.
but
Finishing it off.
yeah.
Finally, yes.
So I'll speak to you regarding this. So what are the usually your charges for one pool styling and all?
Oh, it actually depends on the project. I cannot say because
Just an example, you know, for the poor people like us.
I do not want to be I do not want to be held by my words on a stage. So I don't know. Maybe we can speak about it later. When we see the project, when we see the scale that we are working on, it makes more sense to give a rate that way.
It seems quite, you know. So we sell around, 300 pools every year.
Yes.
And we have 6-7 showroom of ours. So what we'll speak about that.
So yeah, okay. Yes.
Now if you can give me an idea, give it.
No, I think I don't know if I'm understanding this correctly, but making a catalog for you with all your pictures would make more sense.
No. We
No,
want
just like
you.
styling the pool.
No. We have a showroom.
Okay.
We have a live pool over there. Person will come and see the pool.
Okay.
So we need to get the styling all around that. And we also compel our dealers to get the design for that, because that will be a highlight for selling a product.
Yeah.
We have a girl, but we need to, you understand?
Yes,
We need to put lipstick on that, and we need to make presentable for customer. So we need a product. So we need those kind of styling from you, because since you
Okay.
are very much expert in that. Because we, wherever we stay, we find those many things over there.
Yeah.
But when we go to our showroom, the things are not like that.
Yeah.
Towel is like that, and so any
Maybe we can discuss about
Yes,
it,
yes,
because
yes.
that would be something more personal to speak to you
Yes, of
about.
course.
Yes.
Yes, of course. Thank you.
We'll do that.
No,